Do you remember sometime in the early 2010s, or maybe even earlier than that, when this one piece of financial advice blew up? And it seemed to be in every financial management book or blog or resource, you name it, it was there. And it's this advice. If you want to be rich, stop buying that $5 latte. Conveniently for me, I don't drink coffee. I know, can you believe it? This girl runs on H2O. So this advice never really affected me. However, I gotta say, this advice drives me crazy because it fails to recognize the fact that people need different things. Number one, I do think that if you have a choice between investing in a $5 latte and investing in personal development and business growth, I think you should invest all your money into your skills that pay the bills. And then you can have all the $5 lattes you want. Number two, if you are investing in your skills and dedicated, maybe even working long days and nights to move the needle, and that $5 latte is the thing that keeps you going and that cup of joe is a cup of joy, I say indulge in that. Like, sure, you can find cheaper alternatives for some caffeine, totally up to you. But some of our indulgences are good for our mental health and motivation while chasing a dream. And guilting people into how they build their wealth is not my cup of tea, or latte for that matter. Anyway, I can tell you it's not the $5 latte that's keeping people poor. So I want to share with you some of the most common thinking traps that are actually keeping people from building wealth. Thinking trap number one. Coming from a lack mindset. The way I envision this one is when you're focused on earning money and saving money so you always have enough, I imagine this like clutching, holding on with a firm grasp around that money that you currently have so that it doesn't slip through your fingers. Some of us grew up taught that this was the way to take care of our money. Save it for a rainy day, never get into debt. There is such a thing as good debt, leverage debt, by the way. So imagine holding on to something so tightly that it can't slip through your fingers. But what it also prevents is more abundance to fall in your lap. When you're clutching so hard, you miss the opportunities that might be right in front of you. So lack mindset is when you're thinking there will never be enough. Abundance mindset is thinking there will always be more. And knowing that we are creators, not victims. This opens you up to collaborating with others rather than competing. Knowing that there are infinite pieces of the pie. The pie is only getting bigger, not smaller. And by sharing and collaborating with others, it might feel like a bit of a trust fall at first, but when you operate from generosity and abundance, rather than fear or scarcity. That's the key. There's a Hawaiian principle called Kanawai Holo Okoa, a universal law of frequency and vibration, meaning that what you put out comes back amplified. Anything different is to test your dedication and test that you can take care of what you get. What we put out comes back amplified, whether that's consciously or unconsciously. So when we stress or we're worried or doing things that cause us to not sleep at night, that frequency comes back tenfold. When we're aligned with our purpose and benefiting the life of others, putting out joy, doing things to bless money, it comes back amplified. The real test is, can you do it even in challenges? Are you dedicated to that abundance even when things seem like they're chaotic? So if you're ever looking at something and you say, I can't afford this, based on your bank account, that may be true. Maybe you can't afford it at the moment, but switch the mindset. It's not about if you make the income one day, but about when. You're already speaking it into the universe and attracting that abundance to you. However, only thinking about abundance and not following those thoughts with action, that will also keep you poor. Thinking trap number two, thinking that you can't or don't need to invest in yourself. Alex and Layla Hormozi are two friends and entrepreneurs that I learn so much from, and they often speak about investing all of your money into yourself, into your own skills, because information is the single best investment you can have. Information is the only thing that buys you time. So if you want to go faster, you need to spend money on learning how to go faster. Hormozi has said that there's no point in trying to save money if your income is less than $200,000, $300,000, $500,000 a year. You are 100% responsible for the income level that you have. And if you're not happy with it, it's because you're not that valuable. The amount of money that you make is equivalent to the value that you provide. And that value comes from the skills you have. So what are the skills you need? It's a personal answer for everyone. And if you don't have what you want, you have to ask yourself, how are you complicit in creating a life that you don't want? And then commit to investing the time, the energy, or the money into acquiring the skills to make it happen. So because you're watching this video, you're likely the type of person who does want to invest in themselves by learning more. I do think that people who pay more attention. So although there are tons of free resources everywhere, YouTube and books, whatever, my best investments were the ones that stretched me, that put me in the arena with other entrepreneurs who are also committed to success, which that alone is an opportunity to up-level. It's not always the content, but also the invaluable community that helps you to acquire the skills and the opportunities that you're looking for. One of the things that I ask myself too, if I ever feel stretched on an investment that I want to make, because not every opportunity is the right one, or also might not be the right timing. But what I ask myself is, can I afford not to do this? The cost of putting off that investment may be more expensive. So if that course or service or coach can propel you to making more, living healthier, building wealth, healing relationships, or to create a business where you make millions of dollars, it starts with taking the fear out of not being able to afford it and instead realizing what you could be missing out on if you don't make the investment. Thinking trap number 3, settling for enough. There's no growth in the comfort zone and no comfort in the growth zone. So yes, if your payments are made on time, your budget's solid, you have enough left over to spend on the things you want. But if you're settling and telling yourself that you make enough from a place of complacency, it's in the same family as the lack mindset. So instead of thinking that you don't have enough, you're settling for just good enough. And while we should be grateful, of course, for having enough, again, there's no shame in wanting more. There's no shame in wanting to strive for more, to realize your earning potential and build the life that you've always dreamed of. Thinking trap number 4, telling yourself that it's not about the money to sound honorable or good. Money is not a bad thing. That phrase that money is the root of all evil is incomplete. Money is the root of evil if you do terrible things with it, like greed or illegal activity or blackmail or so on. But money can be used for doing good. Money heals sick children, cures diseases, provides shelter and food to those who need it. Money is an amplifier. It's not inherently good or evil. It's simply a tool. So whether you want to be generous with it to support your family, to build generational wealth, or invest, or give back to the community, or start something that serves people who don't have the means. So we got to stop trying to convince ourselves that it's not about the money, and not also shaming people who aren't afraid to be honest and straight up say that they want to make money. Wanting to make money to live, to survive, to travel, to enjoy your life, take care of yourself, your family, to have nice things. And they don't need any reason for it. Because I want to is a perfectly valid reason. But this mindset is one of the things that keeps people poor. So don't attach a false why to your goals in fear of any external perception. Go out and unapologetically make a ridiculous amount of money. And when you get rich, give back. Thinking trap number 5, money won't buy you happiness. I wish I was wearing it today, but Steve has this shirt that says, money can't buy happiness, but broke can't buy anything. The main theme of this video is overcoming those money blocks, whether conscious or unconscious, that if we don't have it, we don't try to convince ourselves that we don't want it, and that we take responsibility and take action towards our own personal development. And as a result, that value we provide is reflected in our bank accounts. Somewhere along the way, you might have been told that caring about money and wanting money is greedy, self-serving, or superficial. I know generous millionaires who give back, and some generous millionaires who wouldn't give the clothes off their back to someone freezing in the rain. Money amplifies your character. And if you know you're a good and generous person, you have nothing to fear. In the world we live in, money does matter. And it's time that we switch our mindset from one that keeps us poor to one that serves us and helps us build wealth. If you're interested in earning more money, building wealth, making a big impact, one of the things that we do is we help businesses grow through YouTube. If you're interested in that, click the link below or go to vipleadmachine.com and see how we can help you grow your business, make more money, and live the life that you want. See you in the next video.